Hey guys, I'm super happy to be here at the AERO at the Gliding Expo again this year with a big creator launch. We have the AERO here, the world champion glider, and also the LS3 in the background, which has some very cool news on the winglets, which I will show you at the end of the video. But now let's go over there and have a look what else we can find at the AERO Gliding Expo.
Everything's alright with a violet sky on my skin. Ooh, baby, I feel high with a violet sky on my skin. Let me breathe deep, let me get away. There's no place else I'd rather be. Ooh, everything's alright with a violet sky.
Now we are here at the Schleicher booth. There's not only one AERO here at the Gliding Expo, there are two. This one also looks great, but of course I prefer my own livery, the Stefly livery on my own AERO yeah. So this year Schleicher and Schempp-Hirth have a shared booth, which is amazing. And the coolest feature of this booth here is this banner up there.
Hi, hello, and warm welcome to the Schempp-Hirth booth here at the AERO in Friedrichshafen. I'd like to present you our latest version of the electric gliders. This is the so-called Ventus 3 EP, which means this is the performance fuselage with more or less the same system as already used in the sport fuselage. With this performance fuselage, we have the opportunity to increase the battery capacity by more or less 30% by using the latest variants of automotive cells, and we will expect a climb altitude maximum of roughly 3,000 meters finally. Here's the little brother, which is called Ventus 3 ES, which means the sport variant. And you can see here on the green E, it's also electric system. Also empty weight of 400 kilos. In these gliders we also have implemented a new system for the water ballast. We have an electric water ballast system, which is organized from the new SOTEC system. SOTEC system organizes as well the battery management, the fuse management, the bug wipers, and some other stuff for charging management and so on. And this system will be used in future for all of our gliders in our production line, especially also for the Acros. A special feature, I think this could be also helpful during flight. You can also select this one, and then you see the actual current of the item itself. If there's an issue, you can manage that easily. Okay, finally our big baby, which is called Acus M, is also here. Also with electric water ballast system with the new SOTEC system on both seats. So you can also you can organize the water ballast system now also from the back seat. So the previous one was only from the front seat, so there's an improvement. The biggest improvement on that glider is the new main gear system, which has now a completely independent mechanical redundant system in case of any issue for the spindle drive. I can show you this. So in case of emergency, you only have to lift up this small lever and pull this one, and now the gear is out.
Then we are here at the DG and Jonker sailplanes booth. In the background you can already see here my LS3 on the DG booth. We were at the DG factory a few weeks ago and made a factory tour. I got some upgrades for the LS3, which you will say later on as well. Yeah, and this one here is a DG 1001 with a FES, which is available for some years already. What's very special here is it has a rudder steering for your hand. So if your feet are not working for the for steering here, you can use your left hand. That's really something special. Of course, everything is about retrofitting electric propulsion systems and so on. Here for the DG400 and DG800. What I think is really cool is this outlet here, or inlet, for an electric car charger. So you don't need to have the wires coming out of your canopy. You can just plug in here the car charging plug for EV cars. The absolute highlight of the Gliding Expo is the JS5 for the first time here in Europe. It just arrived 2 or 3 days before the AERO exhibition by a container. It is an open class glider with a wingspan of a little bit more than 24 meters. So a little bit smaller than the EB29, but it should perform, let's say, nearly as good or even better, I don't know. Fuselage is the JS5 and JS2 fuselage with a combustion engine installed here, so self-launcher. Looks great, and I would really love to fly such a glider soon. The JS5 and perhaps also the EB29 to get the open class feeling. And here the coolest feature is the retractable and steerable tail wheel. That's something which I would love as well for the ACE-33. We're here at M&D at the LS4 jet, which I already flew, and I think you like the video very much. But Keno, what else do you have here? I think there's an LS8 also with a jet.
Yeah, the LS8 is the newest product we are trying to retrofit. Yeah, here we are, LS8 jet. The newest retrofit we have. So we installed the same system as the LS4. But the biggest difference between LS4 and LS8 is the installation weight. Because the installation weight is round about only 11 kilo. So the full everything of the jet system, excluding fuel, but is 11 kilograms, which is for us for certification much easier because it allows us for the non-lifting weight to have more advantages, and also for the integration itself. It's much easier to make. We optimized it with the new cover as well, with upgrades, small little things we optimized, but the whole system itself works exactly the same as the LS4, which Stefan already explained nicely. So it's exactly the same, so very easy to use. For the wings, everyone is asking that how we make it that we have fuel bags in the wing. We integrate them in the water tank. They are fixed and holding in place with spigots, and then connecting to the fuselage, same as the LS4, but in the water. So if you have fuel less, then you have less water, but you have still the same possibility with the LS8 to have fully loaded. So you can still fly for the competition fully loaded. So there is no difference for competition pilots and for high loadings. So that's the biggest difference between the gliders.
We are here now at LAC. They have the Mini LAC, also the LAC 70C FES, which I flew in Italy at the E-Glide competition some years ago. What news do you have here? I think that's a new winglet, or?
Yeah, that's a new wing. Now we are designing and we'll start making a prototype of the LAC 21. It will be 15-meter 5E class glider, self-launching. And that's the most attractive issue, that it will be a certified self-launching glider, and we hope to have the cheapest one in the market. Because it must be affordable to the younger people and to the clubs, because if you go over some range of money, nobody can afford it, and we want that product is on demand and affordable, and people may enjoy flying.
That's amazing, and it will be in a front electric system.
Yes, that will be front electric system initially, but under demand, maybe some people like real competition pilots, they may want hidden blades. But in that case, we will probably have self-launcher with retractable classic system, But of course, the front electric sustainer is the most reliable, because there are no mechanical issues to go wrong. And in my life, when we started certifying the first Lak 17B FES, I built over 120 gliders, and we got not a single failure report on the system. Not a single failure report. Pilots did outland, they have different crashes and broken gliders, but they never said that the system did not start. They always made their own mistakes. That's usual, but it is hard for a pilot to recognize, but it is such is the story, and I'm proud of that. Yeah.
Great, thank you so much.
You're welcome, and you will be testing the glider probably as well.
I hope so, yeah.
We are here at Shark. No, it's HBH, but they produce sharks. And perhaps also old gliders with a glide ratio of 13:1. But they have also cool stuff.
This is the cool stuff.
Tastes like Christmas.
This shark here is very green inside, but it's also green on the outside. It has a front electric sustainer here with these props, folding props on the front, like an RC plane. And it has, I think, 3 different options of batteries here in the battery compartment. Here there are really big ones in there from LZ design. So the range must be really good. And it is the first time, and it's here that's here the premiere for the Twin Shark with the FAS. I've heard that it didn't fly up to now, but they are just close to the first flight. And the sharks are everywhere. It's crazy here. And here is another new fuselage of a Twin Shark. It's a RAS prototype or demonstrator here. So they will also have a self-launching electric glider with a rear mechanism here. Also the batteries are now in the fuselage, but it is still a demonstrator, so I think it won't fly like this. And we will hopefully see something flying soon. And then in the background we can see the demonstrator of last year with a Shark RAS, also with the rear electric system here. But it didn't change from last year, but I'm very excited to see both of them flying at some point. We are here at the Akafle Karlsruhe booth. That's here the AKX, where I already made a video at your university.
Yes, yeah.
Which was really cool. I think it's a little bit more than 1 year ago when we recorded the video. But now it really looks like a glider which can fly pretty soon. So what did you change in the last year, or what new developments did you do? What new constructions, and what is the next step to get it airborne?
Since the last time we spoke in our workshop, like you said, we did a lot of things. Mainly we built control surfaces. We had a little bit help from you, I think. You were in our workshop, and I think we built something for the control surfaces.
For the hinges, or?
Yeah, the hinges, exactly. Yeah. We have a little foil here. The reason why we have a foil and not like normal paint is the foil is a little bit more lightweight.
Wow, okay.
And other than that, we can see here the new parts which we built. Yeah, here we see the gear. We have 2 gears, one in front and one in the back. We have a lot of new parts which we built and have here now. And more and more we see finished parts.
Yeah.
And when we look around, it's basically structurally more or less finished glider now. And in next month, in May, we have a ground vibration test at the DLR in Göttingen. There we will calculate the maximum speed we can fly.
I saw here on the instrument panel that you have an airspeed indicator, but without colors. So you need to have the red and green and
exactly. We don't know that yet, and with the ground vibration tests, we will figure that out as well. I hope.
It's quite interesting. And then here we can see the parachute system.
Yes.
And there's even a parachute in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, looks.
There will be basically a little rocket shooting out and carrying out the parachute. Like the parachute will be dragged out from the little rocket, I would say, and it's a very nice system. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Have
You're
a
welcome.
great week here at AERO, and I hope to see it flying soon. We are back here at the Creator booth. It's very great here to sit in the gliders and sleep. Or we can also show you some news from Stefly, and especially I can show you the new winglet or the new winglet design of the LS3. I didn't install the new Neo winglets because they are not really certified up to now, but I have exactly the same paint scheme as on the A33, which I really love when flying and seeing these winglets and this design. It's so unique. And DG made this paint job here, and we also visited their factory a few weeks ago, and you will see a factory tour and a video of the winglet modification and so on, and some other modifications on the LS3 for the World Gliding Championship as well in another video. Of course, we also have our Stefly merch here, or our flight level merch, like these nice pilot hats here. Then here our foldable bucket that won't break. And here we have one last bug wiper pouch, so come and get it. And now let's come to the most exciting news here at Stefly. We now have live weather data from SkySight in here. I will show you exactly how it works later on. And we have here our Larus Vario display with a circular display with a huge active area. You can connect 2 or more displays as you like, so that's also the Vario gauge. But we have here the artificial horizon active. So let's have a closer look there. And then on top, that's our new red canopy flasher, which is also super cool here with this aluminum heatsink, with this rounded shape here, so that it is as small as possible and doesn't hide a lot of field of view for the pilot. We have here the essential flasher, where you only connect a switch, so you can turn it on and off. But we also have the control box, a new one, which we have here. That's our new control box. It is much smaller than the previous one, but you have nearly the same functionality here, splitter for flam, and then it will flash only in the air, and also if there is a flam warning, then the flasher will flash faster, the frequency is faster. Here we are using OpenSAW with the latest release, and there we can also enable here SkySight weather. For example, we want to have the satellite image, then you can activate it, close, and then you have here the satellite image, which is amazing. And of course you can also use all the other weather charts like the CU cloud base, and you can activate it. Then you can see here these different colors, or you can have all the other weather charts here. Also perhaps sometimes for wave flying, the vertical velocity is very interesting. I like the XC speed and also the convergence. That's something which is really cool. Big improvement now also for open source. And here that's our new Larus Vario display, which enables to use the sensor as a standalone unit with this display, so you don't need an Android device. It also has sound here, volume. You can adjust the MacCready, of course. It has speed to fly, centering aid, and you see also the live wind and the long-term wind. You can select their different options. Here on the other side you can also see that you can enable the artificial horizon. That's the exact same display, and you can see also here that you can rotate the display because it's a circular display in any of the 4 directions, so that it fits well, that you have the encoder here on the side which is preferred for you. Yeah, it's really an outstanding bright display. The active display area is nearly as big as the cutout. That's really outstanding here for this Vario. And here that's the Vario display. You see it's really a small size. We need a little bit more space here below for the rotary encoder and the display in the background. But yeah, it's a great new Vario display. And then one last update here for our Stefly product line. We now also offer remote sticks or grip sticks with push-to-talk only. We have a lot of experience with remote sticks for gliders, but now we also have here a solution for ultralight planes. With a lot of buttons, we can adjust them for your needs, for electric trim, autopilot, and of course with a push-to-talk. Okay, and here you can see the whole setup with the Larus Vario display, with the Larus with dual GNSS. So you have 2 GNSS antennas for the heading. Yeah, the newest update is now that we can also offer the dual GNSS version in the small housing. So it's more compact and it's easier to upgrade from the essential version with a magnetic heading sensor to the dual GNSS. Thanks for watching. Make sure to come to the AERO, to the Gliding Expo until Saturday, and stop by here at our creator launch.